Hi, guys. Welcome to the Batch Watch podcast. I'm Julia.
I'm Nicole.
Alicia.
And I'm back. It's Pierre. What up, everybody? Good to see you guys.
Do we have like a cheering?
Yeah. Where's a round of applause, G?
We missed you last week.
I'm happy to be
It wasn't
back.
the same.
You know what? We're back in action today, and I have a lot to say. So let's get into it.
Let's
get into it.
This was a crazy episode. It was hometown week.
Mm-hmm.
I still think 4 girls and doing hometowns is a lot.
It is a lot.
I feel like they should do hometowns with 2 girls. It's too many families to be involved.
It's a lot of families to involve. You're right.
Maybe 3.
I mean,
It would be too short for
they
2.
love bringing them and putting them on the spot. I think like it adds drama. It is a lot of action. It's a lot for us to cover.
Nah, man. Sad because I get to see the old ladies and the grandmas, and they're sad, and they're like, "Oh, my daughter or my granddaughter might get engaged," and then just to
That's what
Throw
they
it
love.
away.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
they
part
love.
of the show.
That's what they love.
well, whose hometown was first? It was Kelsey first.
Yes,
Yeah.
in New Orleans.
I have to say this. Her dad,
Oh my God.
the
The next
sweetest.
Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
Everybody's rooting for
Yeah.
him for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
He
That's
just
a great
everything about him. He seems like just like a humble,
Oh my gosh.
phenomenal father figure.
Yeah.
I know. I love
He's
him.
handsome.
But
He's a silver fox.
He's a stud. He could go on
Yeah.
the regular Bachelor. Like really, like he really is. Like he looks good. He's got that quality to him. I mean, you might not, but there might be. There's girls in their 30s that would date him.
100%.
I think Maria.
Yeah,
Oh, shots fired.
daddy issues.
We're starting early. We're starting early.
I mean, we got to check the bank account first to see if Maria's
Is
down.
there enough zeros?
Yeah, we did find
Guys,
Maria's
let's,
ex.
let's not forget though, Maria is loaded.
Yeah, I mean, her dad was rocking the
Yeah.
Prezi. We'll get into
We'll get
it.
it. Well,
We'll get to so real quick. I just want to talk. First of all,
Kelsey.
Kelsey's look, unbelievable, right?
That white jumper.
The white jumper.
She kept it classy.
Yeah.
So cute.
They matched.
To look classy and sexy in one, like she looked great.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I got to give her credit. She looked unbelievable.
I will say I hate that stupid run jump hug. I don't know why.
that is a Bachelor staple.
I can't stand it.
Run jump.
Like, somebody has to do it.
Yeah,
I
they
think
gave her
there's
the
a whole
choreography.
Twitter based on that. The Bachelor
I
run
believe
jump.
it. There's enough girls that do it.
Oh,
I don't
everybody
think I've-
does.
I don't think I've ever done that. Have you guys done a run
No.
jump hug?
I'm too big to do that. So,
Stop it.
Sweetheart, honey,
sweetheart.
I'm looking at your statue right across the side. I think you can handle it. It was funny. And like, I love one thing that I really, really like about Kelsey is she's not afraid to like be affectionate, and it's not sleazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah, I agree.
in the way that like I feel about some of the things that Maria does. Like I don't feel that when it comes to Kelsey and a little bit of Daisy too. Like they have a very classy way of like, I am very sexually attracted to you. I am very affectionate. I do want to kiss you every time I see you. However, you sneak it in when the time is right. Whenever you're in private moments together,
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's more subtle and it's very respectable. So I got a lot of love. Kelsey is really, really growing on me to the
Same.
point
Me
where
too.
yeah.
she was like 7 people down my list when we started this thing.
Yeah.
We didn't even like expect her to be
Yeah.
this far. So
And now if he ends up with her, I will not be mad.
Me
I'll be
too.
like, she deserves it. He deserves it. That's great.
I feel
But-
like I had her higher up on my list. I would have to go check my notes.
Yeah, I she is growing on me this episode too. I think I'm excited to get to know her a little bit more in the next coming episodes. But I think this episode, I was like, man, I really like her personality. I like how genuine she is and her morals and stuff. I really like her.
yeah.
I can see them together.
She
Yeah.
was like that. What is it, like a horse race, like all the way in the back, and now she's like,
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
just slow and steady. And
steady,
and I
yeah.
really like
She was our sleeper.
the whole family. Yeah, the whole family,
Yes.
including the father, including the kids, including her.
Yeah.
They're not afraid to talk about the loss that they've endured.
Yeah.
I think like somebody that attacks and celebrates the life that was, and like it's okay to mourn if it's healthy, right? A healthy mourn is, hey, this is what my mom was to us. We only want to bring in people into our family that's going to be that level of
Yes.
human,
Yeah.
Like the
And just-
surprise photo album.
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
pulled
that was so
out.
cute.
That was so cute.
That
Yeah.
was really cute.
And
so.
I really love Joey, like just how intentional he is, that he sits down when they're talking, they're sitting down at the bar, and he's like, I really just want to check in on you and see how you're doing today, because I know today's going to be tough not
Yeah.
having your mom there. And I love that he just checked in and made sure that she was doing okay with that.
I thought in this episode, their relationship, Joey and Kelsey's, probably jumped his and Daisy's in terms of the most natural. You know, to me,
Yes.
this
Yeah,
definitely
I
felt.
agree.
I still, you know, I don't want any spoilers for me, but I still have him with Daisy in the end of this. But it does, to me, it does seem the most natural at this point.
Yeah.
And where it's like, oh, like you get it. You know, like, oh, I get it. You're a good person. You're a good person. You're attractive. You're attractive. It makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look cute together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I'm still not a fan of the teeth, but
Hey, man, let's.
I think she's really pretty. She's
Yeah,
she's
I think
really
she
pretty.
is very
It's
pretty.
just too big of a smile for me, you know.
I think she's cute. Look,
It's kind
and
of
I.
having like chiclet teeth, you know, like
Yeah.
her teeth.
Yeah.
I think she's pretty. She's
Every-
beautiful. She's got a really nice personality.
Nobody's perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I said she's pretty, guys.
Everybody left.
I
Yeah,
tooth
no,
count-
that was
tooth count
unfair.
I thought it was
I
super.
just had to slip it in, you know.
I thought it was super cute too that they did like the tandem bike ride through the Spanish moss and the beignets.
Yeah, that was cute.
Like,
That was really cute.
very New Orleans.
And the
Yeah.
butterflies. Not forget about the
Oh,
butterflies.
that was
gosh.
really sweet. Yeah.
So wait, did they go to New Orleans during this like season?
no.
No, okay, they didn't. All right, so like this is Joey's second time in New Orleans,
It
right?
wasn't one with
One
Charity?
with Charity. I
Yeah.
think he got the one-on-one there.
That's why he told the dad it's my second time.
Yeah.
This is like way different.
Yeah,
I
it's like-
really laughed.
Oh, this is like way like better. Like,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Sure. sure, buddy. But no. Yeah. No. It was a
a
great
good
time,
one.
and
Yeah.
for I always look at the in-laws, right? Like I've been those of you who don't know, I've been engaged before. I've been close with two other people that I would say that I was in love, and like the in-laws, the family. It really is such a big deal because that's who you live with. That's who you're
Yes.
marrying,
Yeah.
right? That's who you're marrying. So, we'll get through everything, but I am gonna ask at the end, like, which in-laws would you want to be yours at the end? But
Yeah.
I'm not. We started off hot
Oh my gosh.
with
yeah.
with Kelsey's dad. He's the man, the
Yeah,
sister,
we like him.
and they call. She walks in and goes, "Hey, Birdie," and I'm like, "Gotta love a nickname."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, I
But-
did notice that.
I think that Kelsey's dad and Joey, I could just see them
I do too.
just
Yes.
hanging out, you know, like just doing everyday things together, father son type of vibe, and I just really liked them together. I also really liked when her dad said, because this is so different from other parents, what they say. He said there's always a possibility of heartbreak.
I swear I was just about to say that.
You just never know when it's going to come. Versus other parents,
I swear it's in my notes. Yeah. go
versus
ahead.
other parents saying, I don't want my daughter or my son to get hurt. You know, how are you going to hurt you're going to hurt the three that are left or
Yeah,
whatever.
It was split because it
Yeah.
was Daisy and Kelsey's who said,
Mm-hmm,
like, go all in. It's okay if you get hurt. You're going to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other two were like, oh, protect her heart, guard her. Like, come on.
Well,
Your daughters are strong. They're older.
So I have a couple comments on this. Number one, there's a common denominator here, which is I would say the obvious. Kelsey and Daisy are white. Let's just be real about it, right?
Yeah.
The other two are ethnic families. They're more traditional families, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To us in the traditional family, don't come to my house if you ain't marrying my daughter. Real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Real
yeah,
talk.
Of course.
So like keep in mind, and I wrote it on my notes too, especially for Rachel more than Maria. Like we know what Maria's about, but Rachel, like, girl, you went, like your daughter went on the show. Like don't blame
How
Joey.
is it-
Exactly.
Even when she was like to her dad, sorry, we're jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what happens at the end of this? And he's like, I've never watched it. How'd
Yeah, and-
they even let you go?
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a girl like Rachel. She doesn't ask permission. Okay,
Yeah.
she just does what she wants, and that's why she's not me doing something crazy again.
Oh my
like-
God. I can't stand you, Rachel. For real. I can't.
It was a plot twist because she was the second one hometown, but they didn't even go to Hawaii. This whole time I'm thinking.
Bro, when they said California, I said,
This
oh,
whole time
where?
I'm thinking, oh, he's going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
We all said this, so like they planned this out because they wanted Hawaii. They went to California,
Right,
Yeah.
to
Oh my
Rancho.
What?
Yeah, no. So like
And the entire family. It looked like
Wait, no, it
extended
wasn't
family
Rancho.
and
What was it
cousins.
called?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, yeah, Cucamonga.
Not Rancho San Diego.
Yeah, yeah.
Chill. So like
Whole
just to
family.
go back to that. Honestly, me personally, I see both sides. If I'm a traditional person and my daughter goes, which is gonna be against my wishes, I'm telling her do
Right.
not go on The Bachelor. I've been covering the show for 30 years at that point, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you do not go on The Bachelor. But if you do, don't bring him into my house unless he's ready to get killed. Because I know the drill.
Yeah.
I know the drill. I know that
We know the show.
I know you're making out with other girls. I know that you're embarrassing my daughter, not by whatever, basically telling her that she's A1 or one of the ones, and then at the end of the day, you're not gonna do that. So,
Yeah.
Is that an indictment of everyone that does these shows? No, it's not, because somebody that are in a more, American household, they understand this show. They understand the prospect.
Yeah.
I'm more of a traditional, so like I get it, but you can't get mad at Joey for that.
Right.
No.
Your daughter
It's your
was on the
daughter.
show.
It's literally your daughter.
Yeah.
Your daughter's
Dad basically
decision.
like scared him off.
Yeah.
I feel like,
Yeah.
and yeah,
He
he still
didn't even give him a blessing.
nothing.
But I feel like the whole, there's always a possibility of heartbreak. He's coming from a place of, yeah, I was heartbroken, but in a different way. I lost the love of my life. And
Oh, Kelsey's dad.
yeah,
Mhm,
that
mhm.
there is always a possibility of heartbreak. You never know when it's going to come, because you don't know if you're going to be married forever and be in love forever, and then your significant other dies, or someone, you just don't know. There's so many different scenarios. And so I think that him saying like, hey, this is the reality of life, things happen, is so real, instead of the other way.
That moment was so powerful when she says to him, I think I love him. And he looks at her and he goes, he doesn't say no, but the subtext is, no, I love you. This is what love is like, I would do anything for you. Like,
Yeah.
so
He says, wow. Like he goes,
Yeah.
wow. And I was like, oh.
yeah. And he says, I love you. So that moment was so powerful. Like, if it's not that, you don't need to do this. And I think
Right.
that's what he was telling us. If it's not what we're feeling right now, doesn't love, not romantic, not whatever, just like me and you together, like what we mean to each other. If it's not this, don't go through with it. And he was my favorite of all
100%.
parents.
Me too.
Of all parents. I
Even
really
how-
like Daisy's parents too, but he was my favorite of all the
Even how
parents.
she was describing the love and life she wants with Joey is what her dad and mom had. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like
I-
the way she just described her father.
Yes.
Like, wow.
yeah.
What a blessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And I love that her dad said, I hope she comes back engaged to Joey. The way he was just so genuine when he said that, whereas other people were kind of say like, oh, we'll see what happens. Like, I would love it if they were engaged. It just comes out and says, I want her to come home engaged to Joey. And I just felt that he was just so
I
genuine.
mean,
with
even
that.
Joey, he said two things. He said, I can be happy every day if I'm with Kelsey. And then he also said, I want to have a future with Kelsey. He didn't say that about any of the other girls.
Yeah, that's powerful.
He said some similar stuff in terms of like
Not
the
like
future
that.
stuff, but no,
That was like pretty direct.
It was. I think we'll talk about the moment with Daisy later, but I do think it's a strong connect. Like I said, it's the most natural one left, in my opinion. So
Should
And
I
I
go back to, go ahead.
I do want to give props to Joey too, because later on he does say, we can get into that, but he has not said I'm falling in love with you to anyone, because he's like, I want my words to be intentional. And I do really feel like his words have been intentional so far with everybody.
I'll get back to that once we hit.
that's a
Daisy.
great point. It's something that I'm very critical of these guys on. It's like you can't tell multiple
Yep.
girls you're falling for them. Like and it's like for us, like we want more as the viewer, but like that's why I think is like before we came on, we talked about Joey's taste in women and how he's deciding to go about this thing. And it just shows time and time again, he is the perfect choice to be this bachelor because he's taking it so seriously. Like we joked a lot about him taking Maria to the fantasy suites to have some fun.
Yeah.
Look
Wrong.
Yeah, because he definitely could have.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's your last hurrah, right? Especially if you're a single man and you're like, this is the last time I get a free pass to, have some fun. And you choose not to do that. Like that just shows what is his true intention. It's not to have fun. He doesn't care about that. To him, that'll be there with whoever I'm with. And that's all that matters to me. I want to be with who I'm going to be with. It just shows a lot of maturity from Joey. I got to give him a lot of credit for that.
Yeah. Amen.
Should we go back to Rachel?
Yeah.
Honestly, I skim over Rachel, man.
We'll talk about some Rachel stuff.
I'm just.
I don't see them together. I don't see the chemistry together.
I don't know why she's still
I'm
there.
so shocked that he even chose her. But again, they kind of spoiled it for us in the beginning. with those
Yeah.
trailers.
You did
of
call
them.
it. I did
Yeah,
want to
that
take.
waterfall.
I did want to take the time to. I love highlighting when people are right and wrong. Julia was 100% right about this. Can we have a round of applause for Julia, please? And Rachel did make it far. One thing I do want to say,
I
real.
saw this from like weeks ago. I was like, I
Yeah.
saw a clip of her at
I was
the
just,
end.
I just
And we're all
can't
like,
stand her.
"No."
yeah, I can't.
And I was just
know,
really hoping you were just wrong.
No,
Not
I-
because of you, because of
I know,
her.
I agree. And
Like,
I'm
I
mad.
don't know if I could take another week.
I know we talked a lot about Mark, but I just want to say one more thing about Kelsey's dad. There's one. I had this note here. I said there's one word in our language that you literally don't even need to know what it is, but once I say it, you'll know what it means. Like he's so libba. He's just
Yeah,
libba.
he
It's
is.
just-
Oh,
it
Yeah,
just
he
means
is.
he's just
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
warm. He's soft. He's just a good.
Yeah.
it's like a teddy bear.
He's a teddy
Yeah, he
bear.
literally is.
Exactly. So, anyways, yeah. So about Rachel, they show up and just kind of like we thought. It's like literally her whole like everyone she's
It's
known her
everyone.
entire
Oh my
life.
gosh.
What was that?
I was like, he's going from 3 people from Kelsey's hometown
To like an entire
to
family.
a whole pig
Freaking-
roast luau barbecue.
Luau, bro.
I'm sorry.
The spit.
I would not be telling my extended family like you're getting my immediate family and that's it.
That is so overwhelming.
It was too much.
It-
It
I
looks
mean,
fun. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
Yeah,
but like,
but how do you get to know someone personally when there's 10 million other people there?
That's
Like,
a good point. That's a good point. But this is the most Chaldean thing I've ever seen on The Bachelor so far.
I swear.
It's like, come meet everybody, kiss them all in the cheek. You
Yeah.
have to eat the pig's ear like a bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's a bunch of
It
random
was
things.
just that's like us giving them pacha, which is like pig intestines. and
Right.
stuff.
I
Like,
hate
eat this.
And people freak out, but
Eat
like
the-
it's a
you have to
delicacy
eat-
to us.
You have
yeah.
to eat the tongue.
Right,
You
it's
will
like
never eat it.
shaking me up.
I did think of that too. I thought of you guys when I was watching it. I was like, I wonder if The Bachelor ever had like a hometown for a Chaldean family, like how that would be. If it, would be like,
it would be the
No
whole 2
Chaldean is
hours.
ever making it that far in The Bachelor. I will tell you that right
I
now.
mean, you never
Their
know.
family would probably kill them right before.
Yeah, disowned
There's no
before
way.
They, go on
So
the
they
show.
wouldn't even show up on the show.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
telling you that right now. No Chaldean will ever make it on The Bachelor.
I just don't.
if they do, maybe not that far, but
Yeah.
We'll see.
I just don't understand how they kept saying Rachel's been so hurt before.
yeah.
you guys, there's some
She
sort
was
of context we're
apparently
not getting in the show. Like the
engaged.
producers cut out
Yeah.
something because they keep talking about how Rachel's been so hurt. She's been this,
They
and
don't-
this,
yeah.
and this. And I'm like, what are we missing? What did we
Yeah.
miss? That
There's no way they cut out that big of a chunk.
right.
yeah.
So
I-
I
The only thing I caught was that her ex was, she said, my ex was super close to my family, my parents. And so that breakup was hard, not just for me, but for my parents.
She was
and
engaged.
so.
No, I don't think.
yeah.
All right,
She
we'll get to
sat
the
on
bottom
the
of that.
bench.
I think she said I'm close. I was close to getting engaged.
No, she said, I was engaged, and she like said it fast, and I was like, "Bitch, what?"
All right, well, look,
I don't know. We're missing
we're gonna have
something.
we're gonna have
I
a
feel
board
like-
bet on that
That's
one.
fine.
I feel like something was said somewhere and they just cut it all out because either she's
That
boring
whole
and nobody
combo,
cares
she
about
is
her, but-
she is really extremely boring.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like
And
you
her
would have
dad?
thought like on one of their one-on-ones or something like that would have came up because Joey's all
Her
about,
Dad, her dad.
Scary.
Dad.
I'm gonna-
Let's get
yeah.
into that.
When her
Go ahead.
dad said, when Joey asked for his blessing, he said, "If that time comes, she has my number."
I actually kind of like
You clearly
that.
really haven't seen the show.
Yeah. I kind of like that though,
He
because
was gonna say, "Hey, Jesse, can you go tell Rachel to give me her dad's number so I could call him real quick before I get down on one knee and propose?"
yeah, I like
What?
I like that there was a variety where like Kelsey's dad was amazing, angel, sweetie, and then he was like, if that time comes, you give me a call because like he obviously thinks like, hey, you're asking 4 different men for their daughter's hand in marriage. Like I'm not dealing with that. If that time comes, you give me a call.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's
I
kinda
give
cool.
him props for even doing that.
Yeah.
No,
Some
no,
guys won't even do that.
he's a G. Honestly,
yeah.
I liked the dad. I liked how he was like, yeah, this
No,
is
not the
bullshit.
dad. I'm talking about Joey.
Oh, you're talking about Joey? No, of course.
The
yeah.
dad is
Yeah.
No, I liked him personally, and you know, I'm gonna do a little contrast. I know you guys aren't, you know, I think me and Nicole probably a little bit more Rachel fans. She did. I know you didn't like the. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
but, to me, like I got to see a little different side of her here. There are certain things that she's shown that are just like not for me. Like I'm good, but you know, is it a question of why she's still here? Like. Obviously, but there's something going on. I don't know.
I don't
what
know what's
it
going
is.
on.
I don't
I'm
know what it
over
is.
Maybe
I
because
think they
she's,
just
like-
wanted Maria at the tell-all, and that's why.
Oh, I
Well,
cannot wait for that.
Or because Rachel is like multicultural, so like
I mean, she's the obvious no here. I mean, they need an obvious no in the top 3.
she's not like. Never mind.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But look, like I don't think so. Like I think that the producers probably can dictate when it comes to hometowns. But like at this point, it's got to be his choice. I would think,
Come
you
on,
know.
man.
So, what's up?
Come on.
No, I'm serious. Like there's something he sees here, you know.
I nothing.
It's clearly everybody's missing it.
We're all
I'm right,
I
everyone.
think editing is really taking a I think this is where the producers and the editing is coming in, because clearly there's something there, but we can't see it. No one, the viewers are all like, what is
Every time he
going
gives her a
on?
rose, we're all shocked.
Yes.
Unreal.
I thought she
I
was
mean,
going
this
home
time-
3 episodes ago.
This week I did have a feeling, just because of what Maria did and her hometowns, I knew
See,
Maria
like,
was going home and she was staying, and I was like, damn it. I was really rooting for Maria.
yeah,
I
I'm
was
not
like,
with
just
it.
say it.
Yeah.
Just because I did not want Rachel there.
Well, okay.
And even when
I'm
Rachel
done.
was like, I won't
think I'm done
cry.
with
I
Rachel.
won't cry in front of you.
I think I'm
Shut
done with Rachel.
up.
I can't. She bothers me so much that I don't even want to talk about her. I'll scoot over to Daisy if you guys are down.
She did.
Yeah, it's good
Rachel did
Christmas
say
tree
like
farm.
she did tell him that she's falling in love with him.
I bet she's already said
Goodbye.
it 40 times.
Yeah, because
I'm
goodbye.
not gonna
I
lie.
can't stand her.
Real quick, we'll put a bow on Rachel, but like her mom, like I loved her mom personally. I loved.
I did too,
I love-
actually.
I love the tough mom. I love the mom that's like, you ain't telling me what I need to hear. This is bullshit. I want what's best for my daughter before I want what's best for you. I don't care.
You're talking about
Rachel's mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked her too.
I
But she
liked her
also
a lot.
pulled that protecting your heart bullshit. Your daughter's grown.
Well, yeah. I mean, she went on this show. She knows the deal, so I get that part.
Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
We can't cradle our kids forever and
Yeah.
protect
Yeah.
them from
But
every bad thing in the world.
But I like that I just like that she particularly was not going to kiss his ass just because the
Oh, yeah,
cameras are
I
around.
agree.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
And heartbreak's a part of life. Like Kelsey's
if it's not
dad
Joey,
said.
it's somebody else.
yeah.
So it's
exactly.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, on to Daisy.
Bye, Rachel. See ya.
Bye, Rachel.
Daisy, our
We'll let-
sweetheart,
Yeah,
and
we'll let-
literally America's sweetheart.
Literally Hallmark movie.
Hallmark
story.
movie. Oh my gosh.
I want to go
say-
to
come
her
to my
Christmas tree
family's
farm.
Christmas tree
love
farm in Becker, Minnesota.
Guys, I'm
go.
obsessed with Christmas. The Santa Claus, like the hot cocoa.
hot
I was like,
cocoa?
take me there.
They put it in real mugs.
Oh my gosh. And the little kids with
so
the, making the ornaments.
Oh my
so
God.
cute. What a good date. And I love how that she said, Joey's been in the driver's seat this whole time. Now I get to be in the driver's seat. And she planned that whole thing. And it, was so
cute.
sweet.
So
I loved
cute.
it.
Yeah.
I
The
was
only thing
jealous.
that was weird to me were her. Did you guys think about her friends?
Yeah, they were a little weird.
Little like I didn't think her
They
friends
didn't
would be
vibe
that, like
with
that.
her. I should
yeah.
say. I shouldn't call them weird.
I
I don't
think it
think
was-
they were.
Yeah.
They don't
You guys are
mesh
tripping,
well.
bro. What,
I
you
think
like?
it was
Let's
just the cameras.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
Maybe.
awkward because
No,
the
you
cameras.
got the dude with the man bun and tattoos. I'm
He
like,
didn't
how
even
is this guy
speak.
friends
What,
with
wait,
Daisy?
are they not allowed
No,
to
I think that I feel
have
like,
friends with man buns and tattoos? I don't
I feel
understand.
like that guy was that girl who was talking with the black hair's boyfriend.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're
yes.
together.
That's what I got too.
But it's just like such an eclectic group of friends.
Yeah.
I never thought Daisy would be friends with. I see her with like farmer hat girls.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think there was like three.
Let's be open minded here.
I don't know. I thought there was 3 girls that were like blonde, very, like the basic white
know what?
woman. I'm saying that with love because I'm the basic white woman. But I thought, I'm like, oh my
I
gosh,
feel like I only remember the girl whose boyfriend was a man bun. Because all we really saw.
yeah, because they were
I don't
basic.
remember the.
They were basic.
well, because that's what
You
happens.
think I just canceled them out?
Well,
Oh, maybe.
They look like Daisy. Honestly, they just look like a blonde, like basic white woman. And I was like, I wonder, because I remember it because I specifically thought in my mind, I wonder if he's looking at them and thinks that they're pretty, like because they were all very like a pretty
Scandalous.
group of women. So
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
funny.
Scandal.
So I have some notes. So like Joey's smile when they ask if she's happy. I feel like this was like the first time I was like, wow, like I feel like he's in love. Like that was the first time
But
I
he
felt that way.
Really? Every time
Really?
he looks at her, he's lost.
No, I don't. I disagree.
Oh my gosh, the way they look at each other, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
No, I disagree.
I disagree. I disagree
disagree.
too.
Yeah.
I think it's
Even when
I think
they
it's
were
endearing
going to the Christmas, I feel like he just lost in her eyes.
Maybe I
in
don't
a
know.
good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
I love them together.
Yeah. So whenever she's talking to her friends and like saying her answer, she's like nervous and like half crying and all that. And I just could think of like if it's not her, like I'll feel really.
I still
really
don't think
bad.
it's her, unfortunately.
She's my pick.
Joey's a stud, by the way. He knows how to work a room. But man, if it's not her, like I'll feel really, really bad.
I'm still sticking with Daisy as the next Bachelorette, and Kelsey's taking the win.
Either way,
I'm
I
with
would
you
love
on
it.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you on that. I think Kelsey's gonna be the winner and Daisy's next Bachelorette.
Yeah,
Either way.
if Kelsey is Joey's choice, they're gonna have a dilemma because I think like a lot of people want Daisy and a lot of people want Maria. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this plays out. I really am.
I think I think Daisy's the safe choice where they're Joey got a lot more viewers. I think Daisy will bring in a lot more viewers because she is that all-American type of girl. Where I think that real Bachelorette fans who want the drama want Maria, but I think a lot people won't watch because it's Maria.
Really?
So I think it's
Guys,
I think it
Maria's
is a
very,
dilemma.
Like I actually enjoy Maria. Like getting
do
to her
too.
hometown, I do enjoy her. I think like she's grown on me, and I think she's a lot of fun. I really do enjoy her. However, I don't see her as a Bachelorette because I think she's too sporadic of a person. Where her if she didn't do the whole like mood swapping thing or like like upset about something, or
That's why she's perfect for the Bachelorette. That's exactly why.
no, I don't think so. It's more of a paradise person. I
I
think.
think so too.
I do enjoy her. I do like her. Like Maria, you've grown up on us.
Yeah.
I will say
Don't speak
that.
for me.
Speaking for me, because I do. I'm
I
Wait, are we
She's
done
grown
with
on
Daisy?
me.
Are we done with Daisy?
No, we're not done with Daisy. I love her. Let's keep
oh,
going.
Daisy. We'll get into Daisy. Her parents are so sweet. Her dad, he's like
Yeah.
a little teddy bear too.
I loved
Yeah.
her dad too.
He said something along the lines of, what did he say? Like, you can't go deaf again or
Oh,
something.
I
my gosh.
screenshotted it.
Yeah.
Because I was crying.
I was like,
He said, I always say this line, shoot your shot.
yeah.
No matter what, if it was something stupid, John would be like, man, should we make plans? I'm like, shoot your shot. You got nothing to lose. He said that. I was like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
So he's like, shoot your shot. If you nail it, then it's all the marbles. It's not like you're going to lose your hearing over it. I was like, this
was
guy.
cute.
That
Yeah.
was so cute.
You can tell they have a really good relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been through so much, and I love that her family kind of says like, hey, if you
I
do,
loved her mom.
Yeah. I love
really
that.
did.
Me too.
I love that the family says like, hey, if you do choose her, it is in sickness and in health. And with her, it could be more sickness, and you have to be there for your spouse, and you would be taking over as a caretaker if it were to happen or something like that. So I like that they talked about that. And what did you guys think when she heard her brother's voice?
Oh my God.
Oh, that was really
I
sweet.
like a tear rolled down my face.
What
I was
a-
like, that's so beautiful.
What a
Yeah.
moment that was.
Yeah.
Even Joey, his face, like, he was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Well, that's good for us too. It's like we've heard so much about this cochlear implant to the point where at a certain times, like, all right, but like whenever
Yeah.
you realize, like, oh no, this is like her real life. Like
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
can't hear,
Yeah.
So you're hearing, a deaf person hear something for the first time or a first time in a long time. It is a moment that we all reflect on the blessings we have,
Yeah.
and the blessings that other people don't. So definitely love that moment.
Yeah. That was so sweet. And I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Her mom's voice was so Minnesota. Did you guys notice
Yes.
that? Oh my gosh. I was like, because I feel like Michiganders have a similar type of vibe because we are so close to Canada, but I feel like Minnesota's even more so Canadian. And as soon as she started talking, I was like, whoa, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks a lot like her mom,
Yeah, she does.
I think.
Yeah.
You can tell her dad too, but she looks a lot like her mom, but her mom's brunette.
Yeah.
cute.
I loved the grandparents too.
Oh my God. They were so sweet. I
Yeah.
wanted to cry.
They were so cuddly.
Yeah, and the grandpa was
I
like,
just
"No,
wanted-
you
yeah.
would. This is a prize.
Yeah,
like
you're not in
you
trouble.
were-
You're blessed.
Yeah. Oh my god, I know it's cheesy, but I loved it because I love old people.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Too, I
Me
cry. I see an
too.
old person in a restaurant by themselves and I start crying.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I
my
started
gosh.
crying,
I just want to go cuddle with them.
When the
yeah, I saw her grandparents and I started crying.
Yeah, when the grandma like patted his thing like you'll have have a good journey. I'm like, man, be my grandma.
oh, so cute. She's so short and little. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I miss you, grandma. I love you.
I know. I lost all my grandparents, so
Same.
every time I see them, I start crying.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. All my grandparents have gone too.
I have one left.
lucky.
Wow. It's just crazy. To,
I mean,
like,
I did have my grandpa for almost 31 years,
I
man.
know that's amazing.
Guy died
That's a
at
blessing.
92, yeah.
Such a blessing.
wow, what a good life. 92. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, honestly.
And he was all there.
Wow.
Yeah, blessings. Anyways,
We all
enough
start
with
crying.
that.
I know. We're all like, oh.
We're getting,
Yeah.
we're loving it though. It's great. So okay,
I
so-
was very happy that Daisy opened up in the end.
Yes.
Yes.
And she finally told him she was
Finally.
falling in love with
Yes,
him.
I agree.
And then Joey said, I feel the same. Now, that can be taken in so many different ways.
yeah.
no man. This is his wife. I'm telling you.
I
guys, this is his
know.
wife.
I was like, oh my gosh, because
But
he has not. He's been very
he hasn't
adamant.
said that to anybody. And
Yeah.
even he said, I will not say it in one of the hometowns, which Rachel's? Did you say that?
I think it was Maria's. I don't
Maria's?
know.
Whichever one it was.
Yeah.
But all I could think about is that must have been before he told Daisy, I feel the same. Even though he didn't say directly, I'm falling in love for you. But I mean, I would have taken it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I do think that the order of
I was just
they
gonna
flopped
say that. I
Yeah.
was just
It's
gonna
wrong.
say that because obviously Maria was the first hometown.
Yeah.
Really, like real time because they were just in Canada. It makes more
Correct.
sense.
Yeah, I think they said they went to
And Kelsey was
Niagara,
probably
then
last.
Minnesota,
Yes.
and then New Orleans,
And then Kelsey's.
Yeah, because then they went to LA for the
See,
Yes.
that makes much
Yes.
more sense.
I did catch on to that right away.
yeah, because they were in LA for the rose ceremony. So
That makes much more sense because it did feel like
Out of place.
it did feel out of place
Yeah.
for Maria to, number one, probably not get there with her own feelings to be able to say like, hey, I'm falling for you. And then like, you know, a lot of time where, hey, like I had one girl a week ago that I really liked, but she couldn't tell me that she felt these feelings for me.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
You
one,
think it was that
one,
long
two,
span
three.
of a week,
yes,
Yeah.
right?
that's why I think I'm like even a week for 4 hometowns that is like
That's a lot.
hectic week for him with all
Yeah.
the travel.
Traveling.
I mean, you guys
So
know.
where do they
like,
all
you
go?
know,
Don't they stay home?
I don't know.
Do they all just meet back up? Or?
a good question.
That's a question
Now I wanna
for
know.
some of our castmate friends that we've made.
Yeah,
throughout
we'll
this.
see. We'll see. We'll see. We're working on some
Okay.
stuff.
Well, okay, we're done with Daisy.
We're
we
done
love
with Daisy.
Daisy. We love the
you.
family. It was
Love
great.
her.
We love her.
Mwah.
So
Perfect.
now we get into Maria.
All I gotta say is, Maria,
You ready?
Okay, but they were in Niagara Falls, New York. So they went
I noticed
to the
that.
New York side of it.
Yeah,
I was like a little confused by it.
I was confused too. I was like, I thought she was from Canada.
Yeah, is she
but-
not from Canada? I don't get it.
She is, and you know what made me
You know
laugh?
what?
It mixed us
they're
all up.
mixing this up.
Yeah.
With Hawaii, California,
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
York. I don't know, man.
You know what made me laugh so much is when she pulled out the shots and she's like, "This is Canadian maple whiskey," and I'm like, "That's clearly a Jack Daniel's bottle."
Yeah.
Did you notice?
That's what I thought too.
I noticed
Okay.
it too.
I was like, I
But I
know.
was like, maybe I'm just wrong.
No, I was like, I know a Jack Daniel's bottle when I see one.
Right,
Maybe
right.
she just wanted to make it sound like fancier.
I was like, girl, stop.
Like, wait, you're acting like we don't know the shape of your bottle, so no.
I
Yeah.
will say, this girl, I love champagne. Like, give me champagne.
Yeah,
Any
me
time
too.
of the year, any time of the day. Girl, don't you get bloated?
I don't know.
Because she
I don't
literally,
know.
they were sitting on the bench. I'm like, damn, this girl brought a bottle
No,
of champagne.
that's why she has midriff. That's why she has the stomach open. It's just let it out. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, damn, even here you brought champagne. At home, she had champagne. I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
you're right. She did have a crop top on
Of
again
course
this time.
she did. In the middle of fall, she's got to show some skin. She's got to be touchable in some
you would
way.
never ask that.
I know. That is just.
I gotta give it to the producers, man. They made her family like it was The Sopranos.
Oh my gosh,
or
I
The
was-
Godfather with the
Godfather.
music.
I
And
was
I'm like,
crying.
I'm like, first of all, they're Greek. Why are we trying to make
Right.
them, you know,
Right,
Italian
right.
mobsters?
Yeah.
I
When-
just kept seeing Tony Soprano. I was
Yeah.
like, what is
When-
going on?
when she's here, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
With his pinky ring?
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks
Come
like
to me
a
on my
spanking
daughter's
ring.
hometown
Yeah.
on the biggest day of her
She's,
life.
she's never brought anybody home.
Bro, that's crazy to
She's
me.
You
Never
do it
shown
so
any
good.
affection to anybody. I don't know. I don't know.
You do it so well. I love when he said too, like, hopefully we have a big fat Greek and Italian wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my
We didn't
goodness.
even see her mom. They showed
Her mom was there, but she did not speak.
Not one
Right.
thing. I think she's a boater. Brandon was telling me.
Really?
Like, I think she's just a boater and doesn't understand.
Or
what's
maybe
going on.
she's still going through it.
Yeah, I was just telling G that too. I'm like,
She went through
because G was not familiar with the mom's story. I didn't think that was her mom. I thought that was her dad's girlfriend or something.
said
I
mom.
thought-
Did it
yeah,
say?
It said
Okay.
mom. It said Lori. Her name was Lori. I think.
Yeah, and so I noticed two things. Number one, like she was inked up, so like you know that's not a
The mom?
Yeah, the mom. She had
She
a
was?
tattoo on her wrist. She had a
didn't
tattoo.
know.
She had a tattoo on her wrist,
Good
which
eye, good eye.
you know, like I saw the brothers had tattoos, and like that's whatever. What you can make your own assumptions on that what that means, but. There's a reason she hasn't said anything about her mother, right? Is there an absentee thing going on? Is there she's not really capable? Like what we don't know what it is. But to me, you saw the way Kelsey's talking about her mom.
Yeah. She never
And-
talked about her mom.
She's literally not said one word about her.
Besides the accident
she-
when she was 28 years ago.
Well, she did say after the accident, her mom went into a deep depression and has never really recovered from it.
Wow.
So I think that's probably playing a role. And when you said like absent or something, she did kind of say, I was raised by my dad because my mom wasn't capable of raising us.
Oh, you think she has like an injury or something?
I think it's more mental. I
Yeah.
think what I gathered from it. I don't know.
Sure.
She looked a little spacey when she was sitting there.
Yeah, you
I
never
feel
know.
really bad.
Yeah.
She might have some PTSD or something.
Yeah.
from
And
that.
you know, if they're anything like us, Chaldeans, they're gonna make the mom show up to act like everything's all right.
Right,
Sit at the
exactly,
table.
exactly. And you know what? It's like, if that was the case, like it would have been nice for her to kind of highlight what if her dad is the caretaker of the mom as well. Like that'd have been nice for us to know.
Oh my god,
like,
how amazing!
yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been a great
Or
storyline.
maybe she just didn't. Maybe she doesn't want to be on, or something. She was like shy, or she just
She's here
really
for the
wants.
popularity.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something.
Because
Something's there.
a lot is missing from Maria. A lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah, she's fun, she's entertaining, but there's a lot that we don't know about her.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It did seem like he was like very, and the whole family was like very surprised that she would do this in terms of bringing someone home. Like her going on the show is like, okay, like I get it. Like she's likes attention, she wants attention.
You kind of said something that I agree with, where Joey was so shocked. He's like, "How has she never brought anybody
You're
home?"
29.
And I'm like, well, you understand, like even in our culture, I've never brought anybody home unless I'm like, this is the person I'm gonna marry.
Correct.
You know, we don't have we
But
never
she
did that
had
growing up. We never
that
brought people around.
boyfriend that she said we broke up because he wasn't ready to get engaged. So you were about to engage
But
a
him-
man that your family has not met.
I thought
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
That's crazy to me.
I thought that too.
Something's missing. I don't know what's
That's
missing.
crazy.
I was
I
like,
don't know.
wait, did the family meet him, but not in like bring him home and have a family dinner, but like, or did they meet him somewhere else or something? Like something's missing because
He's never even seen his daughter hand in hand with a man. Like
yeah. When I know that was when he's like, whoa.
she's not like 23, 24. You're 29.
Yeah, well,
She
buddy,
looks a
if you
lot like
never,
her dad.
if
you
you,
notice that?
Yeah, she does.
She looks a lot
It's
like
a
her
little
dad.
creepy.
yeah, if you never saw your daughter give any affection, you've seen a lot this season,
Oh
buddy.
my god, too much.
Yeah, just
Too much.
just a little bit. And we talked about the mother. We talked about the mother, but that might have something to do with her trepidation in terms of bringing new people around. We don't know that dynamic. But what we do know is obviously she's very attractive. Obviously, she gets a lot of attention from men, and women for that matter. If she wanted to take this whole relationship, settle down, have my own family thing seriously, she would have unlimited suitors. So maybe this experience kind of helped her turn the page of like, hey, I thought I was ready to find love when I really, really wasn't. And Joey might have sensed that. We got to give Joey a lot
Yeah.
more credit for his emotional intellect.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
He can, I think, tap into what someone else is feeling. And sometimes I'm like, dude, don't you feel guilty by making these girls essentially profess their love for you when you're only going to pick one? Like, I
Yeah.
honestly do. I literally look at him and I'm like, there's got to be some type of moral dilemma here. But like, in my back of my head, I'm like, okay, well, he can feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he even says,
he
I'm
can
not
feel it.
confident
Yeah,
in this.
something
Yeah.
switched. Like it makes more sense because they probably went to Maria first. He had all that time with her where he thought about she never did this, and all these three other girls told me they did. And he probably thought
he was waiting for her to say it outside.
You could tell they were
And
so
homegirl
awkward.
says, "I appreciate you."
yeah. I was like, Maria,
You were
girl,
so close.
this entire time. You were talking about how I'm going to tell him this. I appreciate you. It's almost as much. You remember Juan Pablo?
Yes.
I saw
yes.
this thing where he's like, I really like you
yeah.
a lot. And I was like,
He was the worst.
flashbacks of that whole thing.
In that moment, I knew she was gone.
Yeah.
so
I agree.
yeah,
I
so
agree.
Maria goes
I agree.
from, okay, let me stiff arm Jen and Kelsey T to give Maria a rose to take her to
I know.
hometowns, right? To, this is your first hometown. You're not really diving in. You're not there. Like, you're basically like, I've enjoyed this ride. And like, if you still want to bring me on it, I'm down. And,
Yes.
like it was one of those. And then,
Yeah.
he's just like, well, this isn't a fucking ride for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is my
isn't a-
life. Yeah.
this is-
Real life.
this is me finding my way. That's why the choice of Rachel, we're assuming, right? We're assuming that the choice was Rachel over Maria. When it's like, he's like, I do not like, do you think I care about sleeping with you? Like, do you think I care
Right.
about having one more week to show the fans? Like, I don't give a shit about any of
Yeah.
that. I'm here for my
Yeah.
wife. So,
And she's too back and forth.
yeah.
That's
And I think
yeah.
that's really really got to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had enough.
Because Rachel's like the safe option compared to her.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I'm going to take
I
one
still would
moment.
have taken Jen over Rachel.
Of
Oh,
course.
for sure.
Oh,
all
well,
day.
over Rachel. I mean, we don't know that, but
Kelsey
I-
over.
I want to take a victory lap. Can I get a round of applause for myself for saying that she's Mrs. Right now and not Mrs. Right? Thank you.
Amen.
And I gotta give some stuff to Maria. Okay.
All right, I'm
Here we go.
Here we
scared.
go.
I'm nervous.
So no,
Buckle
don't
up,
be nervous.
guys.
So Maria, I'm gonna look at you right now. Okay, look. This season, you weren't ready for love. You were not ready for love. You were there to have fun. You were there to gain attention. You were there to get drooled over by guys and girls across the country. But I think towards the end of this, you really realize what's important in life, and that's being vulnerable and giving yourself to someone and something, right? So I do want you to be the next Bachelorette. I do think you're worthy of love, and I think you're ready now. You weren't during this season. You were a little on your sloozy shit. You know what I'm saying? You were on your promiscuous tip, all right?
I agree.
You were. You were on
I
your
agree.
promiscuous tip. You were there, you know, you were showing a little skin, whatever. But when you get into a house where all 30 of those men are there for exactly that,
Yeah.
you'll be ready. And one of those guys will be worthy of your love, and you'll be worthy of that love. So there you go. That's what it's a little.
right.
I still think if Daisy is not Joey's, she's the next batch.
We'll see.
I'm still on Daisy.
Yeah.
I do see a lot of
I
Bachelor
would love to
Nation.
watch Maria.
Yeah, Bachelor
Be
Nation really
entertaining.
wants Maria. I'm reading and seeing everything, and everyone is rooting for her. It's
don't-
the back and forthness that makes me uneasy about her being the lead.
Correct.
You know, that's kind of where I agree with you. I think she's fun.
She's
I
too
think
flaky.
she's great.
She's Hannah Brown, baby. That's what we like.
You know, remember when Hannah Brown, they announced her at AFR, and she sat down and she was so awkward, like in front of the camera, and everybody was like, biggest mistake they're gonna make is, and she is one of the top people to come from this franchise. So
Right.
you never know.
Right. Well, I think that was more, I guess it's the same concern, right? Is was she ready to be married? Was she ready to find love? Her choice of Jed, right, over Tyler Cameron proved she was not. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were all proven right in that scenario.
Yeah.
I think Maria will prove us right if we think she's worthy. Personally, I think that this experience was huge for her, where she's like, I'm worthy of a family. I'm worthy of
yeah.
a life of love.
How old was Hannah?
I was gonna say Maria's a lot older
Hannah was
than
younger.
Hannah was when she
I
was
mean,
early 20s.
Maria is going to be about 30. If they
Yeah.
start filming and everything, she'll be 30 during the process. I don't know when her birthday is. Happy birthday soon. But
Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to be around 30.
Should I go on the Bachelorette, guys? Should I try to win
You
Maria's
have to,
heart?
yeah.
I feel like you
I
get
mean, they
so
kinda
annoyed of
teased
her.
it. You remember when we saw that teaser? There was a teaser where Jesse was like, "If you think you're gonna be the next, you
Yeah.
want to be on the Bachelorette A," or so, they
Yeah.
hinted towards a Canadian thing. I don't know if it's because they were in Canada
I think
Right.
it was. I don't think they.
or
But
it could
that's
be a
still
hint of
back to Maria and Daisy. Right?
Daisy's not.
it would
Daisy's
be
Minnesota.
Lexi-
Oh,
Lexi
she's
or
Minnesota.
Maria.
Lexi or Maria. We were
Lexi
saying
was the other one.
Yeah. So another
about Lexi.
another worthy girl.
I still would love
How could you
Lexi.
forget? Yeah, I'll skip everything. Like I'll get it down on one knee right now, Lexi. Like let's do this thing.
She is more
Put her in the
Bachelorette
Escalade.
worthy to me, but then again, we talked about her timeline where
Yeah.
I think that might not fall with her. So I do have a feeling if it is Maria, it's going to be announced at the final, the Woman Tell All
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
next week.
I mean, look, if they did a speedy type of Bachelor where like, you know,
I see them doing that,
we've
though.
talked about where it's like if she's the Bachelorette and like she shows up at the final rose pregnant, like that'd be amazing. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lexi. Oh,
Lexi.
sorry, Maria.
Lexi,
Oh,
Lexi.
Yeah.
Maria too, you know why not? But but Lexi. So no, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't been this jacked up for a Bachelorette in a while. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
good for sure. So.
And back to Bachelor basics with the airplane hanger rose ceremony. I
Yeah.
was like,
All I
yes.
thought
Of
of,
course.
Get
all
your
I
ass
thought
on
of
a
was
plane.
what's Homeboy's name? The one who
Pilot Pete.
No,
Oh.
I can't stand Pilot Pete
Pilot
from Charity Season.
Ooh.
The guy that was a mess.
Um.
The one who
How
I
are
called
you
that he cheated on his girlfriend.
Oh, Xavier.
Xavier.
That's all I thought of.
Why?
When I saw that, wasn't he there? And he was like sweating and stuff.
Oh, I don't remember.
Funny stuff, man.
Oh my
Funny
gosh,
stuff.
that was fun. Xavier. I wonder what he's up to.
You could tell when they were giving the roses when Maria stopped him. You could
Oh my
tell
gosh.
Joey's face was like,
This bitch again.
Yeah.
Like, is she really doing this again?
again.
I know. I did not like that she did that, but I'm glad.
I'm glad she was able to express it,
Yes.
and now she doesn't have like that regret.
Yeah,
How
But
in
in
that
that
annoying, how
moment-
annoying though was
Yeah.
Rachel.
Rachel, what was she saying? She
so.
said,
So I love
well,
that.
what was that about? What was
Yeah.
that about?
So I like that Maria actually says, regardless of what happens tonight, like
Yeah.
I need to get this off my
Yeah.
chest. Not like, hey, please pick me, because I think there's
Yeah.
a difference, and I think she handled it the right way
Yeah.
because it's not like, hey, I forgot to say this, but you know, not like it'll change his mind. But when Rachel said that to her and said,
annoying.
what was
So
that
annoying.
about?
Like,
I
shut
was like,
up.
you're a bitch. I'm sorry. Like, that was
Mind
so
your
rude.
business.
So rude. And
I have
love that.
SDFU, Rachel. SDFU.
the way Maria said, I don't know. Like, what do you, how do you,
about it one day?
Yeah.
how do you expect Maria to respond to that?
Well, you know, I just wanted to tell him one last time that I loved him.
Yeah. How do you expect her to respond to what was that about? What do you think it's about? It's about feelings. Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, how about
She's telling him about the weather.
Like,
What do you think this is about, Rachel?
how about when obviously Maria didn't get the rose? How about when Rachel kissed her?
I saw that
I
too.
was like, you dirty.
I was like, you just dogged this woman, and now
And
you're
then
saying goodbye. Like, your best
she
friend.
kisses her, and Maria was like, "Oh, so sweet." And then as she's walking out, Rachel rolls her stupid ass eyes.
Oh, did she? I didn't see that.
yeah. I was like, "You're a two-faced little
don't
bee."
like
She's a psychopath.
yeah,
She is a
I
psychopath.
think she's fake.
She's trying. Hey,
I
but
think
you know,
she's really fake.
on some real shit, maybe Joey sees that and is like, I'll take some fantasy suite of that. You know what I mean? Crazy.
crazy?
Yeah. I'll take a little crazy in the
Ew.
fantasy suite.
Are you done?
Julia's disgusted.
Yeah, we're extremely disgusted.
I don't know. Everything about her bothers me. I'm
Everything,
sorry.
everything.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
That was not a
Give her-
good. Yeah, that was not a good look. Saying that to someone, like, what do you think it's about? Honestly, like,
Look,
She
there's
has
a
something to say every rose ceremony. I can't talk. Rose ceremony.
Yeah.
She said something last time when
Joey pulled Maria.
we have time for that and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, girl,
Shut up.
You're that what's the word?
insecure.
Insecure in
Yeah.
yourself that you're getting pissed every single time something happens. That obviously means something if you're insecure about it every single time.
well,
Yeah.
I think it's really funny how we're like, yeah, like Lexi could be the next Bachelorette or Maria. If Rachel's the next Bachelorette, it's
I'm
the
not
end of the
watching.
franchise.
I'm not
It's
watching.
It's the end of the franchise.
I'm
There's
not
no way.
watching.
Yeah,
I
there's no
promise I'm not.
Yeah,
I mean
same.
it. Even my husband said I'm not allowed to watch it.
There's just
And he
no
doesn't
way.
even watch the show. He just pops in every now and then and sees Rachel.
He's like her. He's like, nah, you can't watch this shit.
No,
Yeah.
there's no way. I guarantee that she's not. I can. She's
Yeah.
spent
boring.
all my money
She's
on that.
so
She's not.
boring.
Yeah.
There's so many other women who are better suited and more deserving of that. I think
Yeah,
from this season, like we have
You
Lexi,
know-
even Maria, Daisy, Kelsey. Any of those, I would love to see.
Here's what I think.
Throw the
I
girl with the curse on there too.
No. I think
I would even like Jen.
I think
Yeah.
no, don't be. I think at the Woman Tell All, they're gonna announce the Golden Bachelorette because we still don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
It makes more sense, right? And then they're gonna announce the next Bachelorette at
After the
At
final rose.
Golden at Golden Bachelor.
no
at
at
the
the final rose because
Yeah.
it's gonna be either Daisy or Kelsey. But I think they're gonna announce the Golden Bachelorette next week
Women Tell All.
at Women Tell
Okay.
All because I feel like that makes more sense because if it's
Yeah.
gonna be Kelsey or Daisy, they'll
Yeah.
do it after that one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they did kind of show in the preview too.
They show up.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was like, what are you
weird.
guys doing back here again?
Yeah, they're trying to force
people
them
love
on us.
them.
I get it. I love them, but I was like, this is random. Like, why is this old woman I've never met in my life telling
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
you know?
like you're not the girl. So like, why? What
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
I
they're
did-
just giving their advice. You know.
Yeah, I
That's
like how
sweet.
the one lady was like,
The one
yeah,
talking to Kelsey.
I wasn't chosen.
Yeah.
And it does suck, but you have to put yourself out there and really give your all to this. Otherwise,
What if that was a spoiler?
I know.
know.
I thought about that too, but it was to Kelsey, so I was like,
What if? I have thoughts. I don't know.
You're right about the first one, so I'm not gonna doubt you again.
yeah.
What if
I'm
Joey like
excited.
straight up told producers Daisy's my pick, and they paired what's her name? Faith. I think Faith. What's her name? Leslie.
I
I think
didn't
it was
watch
one of those.
Golden.
I did. It was
God.
Leslie. I think she's telling her that wasn't the one that wasn't picked. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway.
So
Anyway.
yeah, no. My last closing thoughts on Maria not getting the rose. Like I wouldn't say I'm a fan of her for Joey. That was never the case.
Never.
You know,
Right.
that was never the
Me
case.
Never.
either.
But her
I
as
was
a
very
person
vocal about that one.
and her individual growth.
Yeah.
I am a fan now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I would like to see her get an opportunity to be the Bachelorette. Personally, I think that would be fun for us and for the show.
it would be extremely.
It's gonna be a
entertaining.
train wreck. I think if that's the case.
Yeah, but it would definitely be entertaining. It
You're a
would
flip
get-
flopper, Jay.
No, I like her. I just imagine the men they would bring on that.
Yeah.
Well,
That's gonna be a mess.
That's true.
I don't know if any of the men that these producers could find would be
Be
good
her.
enough for
I
her.
agree.
I don't know.
I agree.
Any of the men that the producer can find for Maria?
Yeah, I mean,
agree.
seeing her ex and stuff, I'm like,
so we're sure that's her. ex.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think like they do a pretty good job of bringing like a lot of different cats on there, and like one thing that I really love about the way that they cast is like they bring drama. Obviously, they bring one or two wild cards. They like to throw somebody in that might be a little racist, or they like to bring somebody in that might
know,
be.
they do not
They
do a
haven't-
good enough.
They haven't done a racist
dive.
part in a minute, so I don't know.
They might bring someone in that's abusive. They bring that drama, whatever it is.
Yeah, sure. They find it.
Xavier, who cheated on.
a cheater, right?
There's always a cheater somewhere.
There's always a cheater, but then they also do like a lot of wholesome guys too. So I would
Balance.
be excited. Yeah, I
I
would be
think she
excited.
would chew up and spit out a wholesome guy.
Yeah,
Like Joey. That's why
Good
we never
point.
saw it.
I'm excited for this drama next week at
Yes.
the Tell All.
Oh my!
Imagine.
Next week's is it next week's fantasy?
No, I
Suites?
think next week is Tell All.
Tell all.
And then
Is Tell All before the fantasy suite?
yes.
Okay,
Not
Yeah.
usually, right? Isn't
I
it?
don't know.
we'll see.
We'll see. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
because they always have it when there's 3 left, and then
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
finale.
it's next week. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, I know for me personally, I'll definitely be here for the finale. I know 2 weeks I won't, but I'm excited to see how this plays out. So.
Very excited.
Well, they put the finale and after the final rose all in one.
yes.
Yes.
So it's a 3-hour
Mm-hmm.
thing.
So there's 2 left. There's the Women Tell All and then the finale.
Fantasy suites. So 3.
Yeah. So, all right,
Oh, I
guys,
don't want to see the.
put a bow on it.
Why? Because Rachel's there.
I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
We'll live.
Bye.
Bye.